What is culture? Culture can be, and has been, defined hundreds of different ways. For this video, we will define culture as a system of values and norms that are shared among a group of people and that, when taken together, constitute a design for living. By values, I am talking about the ideas about what a group believes to be good, right, and desirable. Values are shared assumptions about how things ought to be. Values provide context within which a society's attitudes toward concepts like individual freedom, democracy, truth, social obligation, and so on. Values are not just abstract concepts, they are invested with emotional significance. People fight and die for certain values such as freedoms. Values oftentimes are reflected in the political and economic systems of society. Democratic free market capitalism is a reflection of a value system that emphasizes individual freedom. By norms, I mean social rules and guidelines that prescribe the appropriate behavior in particular situations. Norms help govern the people's actions toward one another. Norms can be broken down further into folkways and mores. Folkways are routine conventions of everyday life, like good manners and proper behavior. Mores are areas that are central to the functioning of society, like adultery, incest, and cannibalism. Folkways are actions of little moral significance. They act more as social conventions, like appropriate dress and eating with the correct utensils. And violation of folkways is rarely a serious matter, unless you're eating with the Queen, Beyonce, or Elizabeth. Mores are social norms that are seen as central to the functioning of society and to its social life. They have a much greater significance than folkways, and violating mores can bring serious repercussions. Drinking alcohol is widely accepted and often celebrated in America, whereas in other countries, like Saudi Arabia, the consumption of alcohol is punishable by imprisonment. But why is it also important? Doing business on a global basis requires a good understanding of different cultures. Taking time to get to know the culture of a country in which you are going to be doing business with is important because it shows a sign of respect. Let's consider McDonald's. The company has a huge global presence, operating in more than 100 countries and serving more than 70 million people every day. Their menus are customized according to cultural habitats and local taste preferences in every country. It is without a doubt that global thinking and cultural understanding are both powerful business tools, which allow multinational firms to dominate the local markets and establish global presence. On the opposite side, not having a clear understanding of the culture of a country that you plan to do business in can be detrimental. In Japan, they have learned the art of silence in negotiations, and many times Americans are not used to it and feel pressure to close negotiations when it is not needed. After effortlessly taking over Mexico, powerhouse retailer Walmart's plans for taking over Germany were derailed by the many missteps of the CEO in the short time Walmart was in Germany. One of which was hiring a number of U.S. managers and making no attempt to learn German, but instead asked that everyone on the management level just to speak English. Walmart exited Germany 10 years after they entered. With 7.4 billion different people in the world, having a clear understanding of all cultures other than your own is extremely hard, but having some understanding is vital in conducting overseas business successfully. Although conducting overseas business seems intimidating, always remember there are people all over the world wearing Levi's, eating McDoubles, and watching The Bachelor.
Created using Powtoon.